guys, how have you been? Welcome back to my channel. For today, you guys, we are going to be reviewing the brand new Maybelline Fit Me foundation with clay, and I'm basically going to be giving you the swatch, the application, and on overall my first impressions and thoughts on the product. Now before we begin, please do hit on that subscribe button so that you can join our little family, because if you like me or if you like talking about beauty content, then do subscribe, because I do post videos once a week. So definitely come back, because I'll love to see you guys here. So with that being said, you guys, let's jump right into the video because I cannot wait to get started. So let's do this. Now for this particular collection, you have 3 products in total. The first one up is the glass packaging in 30 ml. This is the one in 320. It is foundation with clay, and also I do want to mention for this one, you also have an additional aspect of SPF 22. Second and foremost, we have a slightly more compact packaging. This is the one in 18 ml. Now Maybelline has come out with 2 different products for this. There is one with SPF, and this is the one without. Now as we all know, with their foundations, Maybelline always releases a pairing as such, and with that we also have a compact powder. This is how it looks like, you guys, and inside you also have your compact. Now this packaging is obviously very different from its predecessor, which is this one. Now I find that in terms of weight, I have to say this one is definitely lighter, and it is more compact in a sense that the puff is literally included when you open the compact, which is great. For the original Fit Me, you obviously have to open, and then there is a second compartment for a mirror, and then you have your puff down here. But as always, you guys, I do not have any foundation on, so let's get into the application of it. So the foundation I'm going to be trying on today is this one. This is the foundation with clay, similarly to this, but the reason why I'm trying out this one instead of this is because this one has the SPF element, and I am very curious to see if that is going to change the formula in any way, because as we all know, the original Maybelline Fit Me has a very lightweight touch in terms of the application of it. So I'm just curious, with the inclusion of SPF, is that going to change the dynamic of the formula, or is it going to be similar, but of course with the added benefit of SPF. This is in the shade 320, and it is for normal to oily skin. And as you guys know, on this channel, I am a very dry skin, so I am going to be putting on a hydrating primer. But I think before that, just to be safe, I'm also going to be going in with the moisturizer, then I'll layer on top of primer, and then I will apply this one on the face. Oh my gosh, you guys, I did not realize this, but this foundation comes with a pump, which is very different from its predecessor. I'm actually super happy that it comes with a pump, because it's more hygienic and it's cleaner in terms of the application. So for this one, I'm going to be applying it on with a brush and not a beauty blender, so let's see how it goes. So I've taken 2 pumps. I'm going to be applying it to one side of my face. Now I'm just going to say one thing about the shade before you guys clock me on it. This one is a little bit too peachy tone for me, so maybe a more yellow based tone would have been better, but it's okay, guys, we can always work it in. It's fine. So one thing that I'm realizing about this foundation, you guys, I have no foundation here, I have the foundation here, is that this one, while it targets for normal to oily skin, it's not as matte as I thought it was going to be, and also it is a little bit thicker than the original formula. I definitely feel that. It is not to say not as lightweight, because it is lightweight, it's just I can feel it just a little bit thicker, and it spreads on a little bit thicker, so that is one thing. But I'm going to say that in terms of the coverage, it is doing a very good job in terms of minimizing all my flaws or irregularities on the face, so that's really good. So I have the foundation on, and this is how it looks like just right off the bat. As you can see, it is more mattifying than the original Fit Me, but there is a very subtle glow to the foundation, which is very, very nice. Now keep in mind, I have not set this with powder or anything, so I'm going to very quickly right now apply on the concealer, then we're going to move on to the powder. Now I don't particularly think there's anything different with the powder. I still think the formulation is the same as this one. It's matte, it's poreless, it has a blurring finish, which is really nice. I do think, however, the color for this might be a little too dark to set. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to be taking this one, finish off like maybe the sides of my face, and then to set the under eyes, I'm going to use this one, and then we'll see how it is to compare. So in terms of the powder, I am in the shade 130 for this packaging, and I feel like this one does the job just well because it's about a shade lighter than my original skin tone. So it is the perfect setting powder, especially if you want to like highlight certain areas of the face. And now that we're done setting the under eyes, I'm basically going to be taking this shade and setting the darker areas of my face and sort of creating a sculpt and a lift effect, if you will. Now this particular shade is on the warmer side, so I do not want to go overly ham with it. Highlight the areas that I want to sculpt, and basically after setting the foundation with the powder, this is how it looks like. And for me, I definitely do not mind this particular matte finish because it does not cake up. It looks pretty flawless, you guys, and it doesn't feel very weighty on the skin, which is a big thumbs up for me. I'm going to quickly do my face off camera, sculpt everything, and then I also want to introduce to you guys a new lipstick that L'Oreal came out. So I'm going to be applying one of those shades. So let me do all of that first, and then we'll come back with a lipstick swatch. So alright, I'm done with my base makeup, and I have to say everything layered on pretty nicely. I didn't have any form of patchiness or whatnot. And for the lipstick, the one that I'm going to be using is the Rouge Signature Wild Nudes in the shade 149 I Enchant. Now this one is a brand new shade range from L'Oreal. So we have that, and this is the shade. I'm going to quickly give a first impressions of this because I have not tried anything from the range yet. So in terms of this, the application is great. I love the doe foot applicator that it came with. But the only thing about this formula that I do want to mention is that it is a little bit lightweight in terms of the texture. The pigmentation and the color payoff is not as strong as you would expect from a matte lipstick, but it does give a very nice lightweight coverage, which I guess is what it was going for. But for those of you who have pigmented lips like I do, you might need to dip into this twice to get that full coverage, because that is how much I had to dip into to get the color payoff. But all in all, you guys, it is a super comfortable formula, very lightweight, and it's not sticky, which is great. So for my overall thoughts on the Maybelline Fit Me foundation with clay with the added SPF, I think this foundation is really nice, especially if you're going for a more full coverage look. And surprisingly, with the added aspect of SPF, it did not change the formulation in different ways, and I kind of expected this one to be a little bit thicker. And even though in terms of the texture, it definitely was, but application on the face, it is pretty lightweight as well. Probably not as lightweight as the original, but it's lightweight nonetheless. So that is basically my thoughts on the new Maybelline Fit Me foundation with clay, and I hope that you guys really found it informative and helpful. If you guys are looking to purchase it, I will list down all the details below on where you can get it and stuff like that. It will all be down in the description box below. But if you guys have any questions at all, do not hesitate to leave me a comment in the comment section too, because I would really love to hear from you guys. But in the meantime, that is it for this video, and I hope you guys have a great week ahead. Bye guys. Mwah.